Kempire is brought to you by DMV. The Kempire After Dark live experience is returning after a sold-out show and an amazing tour across this country. And we're coming back to the DMV, Washington, D.C., specifically on Friday, January 24th. As you've seen with the recent Karen news, we're going to be talking about that and so much more. And I asked all of you to bring the tea that you know, because I know the DMV is small and you guys know a lot. And nothing comes out of the Kempire After Dark live experience. What happens there stays there. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you know, and I'm sure you're looking forward to hear what I found out. Get your tickets today for the Kempire After Dark live experience at Union Stage on Friday, January 24th. And then right after that, New York City. We're coming back to New York City for Black History Month on Friday, February 21st at the Green Room 42. So excited to bring our hot topics and housewives conversation and so much more at the Green Room 42 on Friday, February 21st. More details on that, but don't forget, there is a live stream option only for the New York City show. So if you are international, or if you're around the country, or if you just can't make it, get your ticket today for the live stream link. All that information will be available in the description. I see you all very soon. You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Anyone else ready for the holidays? Literally, it's Christmas Eve. And for a lot of people, Christmas Eve is really the bigger holiday, bigger than Christmas Day. I always feel like there's such a big climb to the holiday. And then we get to the holiday. And then before we know, we're all saying, Happy New Year. And as you know, this is the first time that I've stayed in New York for Christmas in a while. Last Christmas, I'm getting the memories on Facebook reminding me that I was in Japan. That feels like it was just yesterday that I was in Japan, not a year ago. And I loved Japan. I had a great time in Japan. Maybe I'll release some footage from Japan. These next couple of days, I might have some time. I don't remember. I have to look through all the stuff that I took when I was in Japan. I made a couple of new friends in Japan. One of my friends that I made lives in New York. He actually came to our very first Kempire After Dark live experience in New York City, and that touched my heart seeing him in the audience. So, yeah, 'tis the season. Anybody else in their feelings? Oh, no? Just me? Fine. Heartless. Grinch. Scrooge. I'll say this, and then we'll get into our Married to Medicine recap. Anyone else love watching the videos of, these, instead of like the Santas, we see now people going to take pictures with the Grinch. And some of these folks that I see on TikTok that play the Grinch at these malls are so phenomenal. So phenomenal. I'm like, I'd much rather see kids get tortured by the fake Grinch than watching kids go take pictures with Santa. I'm looking at the parents with the side eye, though. Like, are you really bringing your poor child to be tormented by the Grinch? And why am I watching it? Why am I watching and enjoying it? Not the kids being. I just really enjoy the character. Oh, so good. Anyways, I have a dark sense of humor. Happy holidays, okay? We're going to talk about a couple of dark things, though, in this episode. Let me see if I can find... I know that I wanted to play a clip, which I might have to do in another way, but we'll work on that. We'll work on that, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's easy and it's free. This is our weekly recap of Married to Medicine. I know last week I wasn't feeling that episode. This week, I literally watched the ending of Married to Medicine probably like 10 times. Just because I was like, so much chaos was happening. I completely missed that Dr. Jackie had been thrown to the floor. Poor Sweet Tea helped her up. I was like, damn, what is going on? Whose side are you on after watching this fight between Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly? We always say be Team You, but if you had to pick someone, Wen says, square up, ho. If you had to pick between Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly in this particular argument, which side are you on? I'm just asking. I'm not saying that you have to pick, but yeah, right now you got to pick. Let me know. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts and I have a lot of opinions. I know last week I said that I was Team Contessa, but I might Or no, I was Team Heavenly. Sorry, I was Team Heavenly in regards to the fight between Heavenly and Contessa. But I'm feeling a little differently this week. But we'll get into it. We will get into it. But before we get into it, as you know, we've partnered with Factor Meals for a very long time. I have a very busy schedule, especially on Mondays. When Mondays are this busy, I really rely on Factor Meals. And I've tried so many different ready-made meals, and a lot of them do not compare in regards to flavor, texture, ease like Factor Meals. And I know a lot of you have checked out Factor Meals because of us, and a lot of you said the same thing that I've been saying. And they have such a variety in regards to your diet. So, as they say, ready to optimize your nutrition this year, because as you know, literally New Year's is right around the corner. Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating, well, easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to eat and heat. Ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes so that you can feel right and feel great no matter what life throws you. So they say this: Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle like us today, like you. All right. So you can lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with the Factor keto meals. I might do that, y'all. Based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, results will vary depending on diet and exercise. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. So look, the New Year's right around the corner. A lot of you have resolutions, and one of those resolutions might be to lose weight. That's one of my resolutions. I don't usually have resolutions. I've just started. But I was like, okay, Factor might be the way to go for me this year. Okay? So eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/Kempire50off. That is factormeals.com/Kempire50off. And use code Kempire50off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code Kempire50 at factormeals.com/Kempire50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Shout out to Factor Meals for sponsoring today's Married to Medicine recap. And shout out to the person that disliked the video already. Who you just hate the channel. We haven't said anything. And before we even started, that dislike was there. You are sad and pitiful, and you don't realize that you're still helping the channel. So thank you so much for the engagement, you sad, pitiful person. Demi says, I love Factor. Me too. Quality meals and something for everyone. Again, more information on Factor Meals will be available in the description. All right. Where do we begin? So we're still at the ranch, but at the top of this episode, last week's episode ended with them going for this Beyonce-inspired Cowboy Carter shoot. Okay? So, oh, Lord. What's her name? Toya. So Toya is very involved. And I told you Toya is an Aries, so I don't think that Toya is just putting on for the camera. I think she really is bossy, okay? So she's telling everyone how to pose, and everyone's just getting frustrated with her. What the hell did Sweet Tea have on? What did Heavenly have on? Mind you, they're dressed very similar, which I thought to be really funny. Not just the denim that they were wearing, just they were very covered up. Do you think they're so much alike that's why they don't like each other? And then later on in the episode for dinner, they dress very much alike as well. I was like, oh, I thought that was interesting. I still think that Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone probably had the best looks. Even Toya's look was kind of like, ew, like, come on, Toya. You're supposed to be directing people? And your outfit's not even put together? Honestly, I do think that Dr. Contessa's look would have been probably like one of the best, okay, if she had a better wig. Her wig was giving Party City. Sidebar, shout out to the Party City workers, all getting laid off. They're closing all the Party Cities right before the holidays. Chi-Town Girl says, okay, not too much on Aries, Kempire. I always say nice things about Aries because I have a lot of Aries friends, but y'all are bossy. Okay, let's not pretend. All right, the Virgos get it and they take it. They take their licks. Okay, so Aries, you'll take your lick. You're bossy. See, Kay says we Aries are bossy. I know Aries probably better than I even know like Taurus sign. And just because I know a lot of Aries women specifically. Aries men, not so much. I really don't like them. Aries women, though, are like my best friends. So, no. But yeah. All right. Hey, Miss Brooklyn Diamond. Miss Brooklyn Diamond. First, I saw your comment that work was getting interfering with your watching. Damn them. Miss Brooklyn says Contessa needed chaps to complete that look. Yeah, like chaps and just a different wig. And I think she would have had like the best, like her body is bodying, okay? She looks great. You know, here go Data. You know, a typical Pisces man. Data says Party City's closing, so where are you going to get your wigs from, Camp? Does Party City sell wigs? I just thought about that. I haven't been to a Party City in a long time, but does Party City sell wigs? I'm guessing like maybe costume wigs, probably. Maybe? I don't know. But I didn't love Contessa's wig. It looked cheap. So that's the only thing. But again, Contessa's not trying to waste her money on this show. Yeah, she's not trying to waste her money on this show. I did see that they did a tour of Dr. Contessa's home. She has a beautiful home in Georgia. That's a beautiful home. Okay. Okay. Shout out to who gifted memberships. Let me see. Did it tell me over here? It doesn't tell me whoever who gifted memberships. Hold on, it tells me over here. Hold on. Thank you so much, beautiful Gem, for gifting 5 memberships to the live chat. We appreciate your support as well. Okay. Sage says dreadful wigs. Lord. Who do you think had the best look though of all the women? Like complete look. I have to say, Dr. Simone had the best look for me. Her and Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie probably more so than Dr. Simone, which I thought was interesting that Dr. Jackie had the white on and Dr. Simone had the black on, sort of like the yin and the yang of this group. They had the best looks, but I don't feel like they carried the look. You know what I mean? I felt like the look was like just like heavy on them as opposed to carrying the look. I feel like maybe another cast would have carried the look, or maybe you know what? If Phaedra had wore one of those, she probably would have been able to carry the look. I didn't like her look at all. I didn't like Phaedra's look. I didn't like Heavenly's look. I didn't like Sweet Tea's look. I kind of liked Dr. Contessa's look with some adjustments. But yeah. Oh, hey, Miss Brooklyn Star. Miss Brooklyn Star says that Dr. Contessa stays in the best Atlanta area. It's a beautiful home, too. Gorgeous home. Okay. So I just don't like the wig. I didn't like the wig. All right. I just don't feel like Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie were able to bring the energy of how good their look was. And look, as someone that has done a photo shoot, multiple photo shoots, being a model is not easy, okay? As you know, when I was in Japan, I did a photo shoot. Even though the group that I did the photo shoot with, they're like, oh my God, you're so experienced. I was like, really? No, it didn't feel that way. So being a model and trying to take photos, especially in front of your friends, is not easy. But I was so happy when Miss Chalet came through. So as soon as Miss Chalet came through, I said during my prep for this recap, I said I need to go watch some of her Beyonce performances, because when they showed her Beyonce performance for the group, of course, Bravo's not going to pay for Beyonce. So we really couldn't get the energy of how good Miss Chalet is. First of all, she doesn't just give you the Beyonce look. Ooh, she definitely gives that Beyonce look. And when she came in riding on a horse, I was like, whoo. And she's been playing Beyonce for years. Okay? But the body was bodying. When I went to go watch her actual performances of Beyonce, she knows her stuff. She's honestly, she brings it as Beyonce. And I just wish we could have actually heard her doing Beyonce in the episode. So it was kind of hard to kind of really imagine it, but we got it. We got it from the look. So she also she's invited by Toya to help creative direct the looks and the photo shoot. And based off the photos that we ended up seeing, the photo shoot did eventually come together with the help of Miss Chalet. But Toya was still like, no, I want this, I want that. And everyone was just like, you know what? She is just going crazy with this. Dr. Jackie even referred to it. It's like, you ever got an itch on your you know what back there? Like inside of there. Like, I don't think we can say that here on YouTube. Thank you, Miss Brooklyn Diamond, for gifting memberships. We appreciate your support as always, too. Thank you for that. She said, Toya is like that itch on your booty that you can't reach. I was like, Dr. Jackie, but that's the medical side of Dr. Jackie, that the medical weirdness, okay, that I can appreciate. But I was like, ew, I never thought of it that way. I'm like, okay, all right. But yeah, Michelle brought it in regards to helping creative direct along with Toya. Toya was very into bringing it. I just wish, my thing is for you to be the creative director and not bring it with your own look, Toya. And Toya usually, she brings a look. But I was just like, fine. Then Toya decides to bring Sweet Tea and Dr. Heavenly together for a photo together. And it's awkward because they're not in a good place, as you know. But I don't take any of the fights that they have too seriously until the end of this episode between Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly. Like that, no, you can't put those two together for a photo. And I know Dr. Heavenly has said some horrific things about Sweet Tea. But it seems as if they're okay filming together. I didn't see them having a problem taking a photo together. And actually, when you had the final photo, I saw Dr. Heavenly post on our social media the photo of her and Sweet Tea together. They look great, despite wearing so much. And this is Sweet Tea. When you said that you bring the youthfulness to the crew, I was like, no, you don't. And even in this moment when you could have brought the youthfulness, and my thing is, you don't have to show skin to bring youthfulness. She still just came across frumpy and boring. I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest. All right, I gotta be honest. But anyways, Poppy says so cringe because they do remind me of each other. Heavenly and Sweet Tea. Miss Melon Magic says Toya was producing this episode and I didn't mind it. And she was narrating. A lot of her confessional moments from this episode had me cracking up. If you guys are just joining us, we're talking about Married to Medicine. Yep, there goes Dr. Contessa. Where's my Married to Medicine photo? I thought I had it here. I guess I don't. I know I did. Oh, whatever. It is what it is. Okay. Anyways. So then we get these separate scenes. So we're getting the photo shoot. The ladies are having a good time. And then we get these little separate scenes with the fathers and their kids. And I appreciated these moments. I really appreciated this moment. So we have Cecil with his boys, teaching his boys how to cook. And I know what I said last time about parents going there to clean the house. I was like, why didn't you guys teach them these things before they left the house? The same can be said about the cooking. But I was like, you know what? Not everyone, when they leave their parents' home, they know how to cook, okay? And look, I can't say that my parents taught me how to cook. I just sort of watched. And then when I moved out, I would call my mom and I was like, how do I make this? Like, what do I do? So a lot of that stuff I figured out on my own. But so I'm not going to hold Cecil too much. But he goes there with his boys and he's trying to teach his boys how to cook because he's like, these modern day women, you're not going to be guaranteed that they're going to be cooking for you. As they should. These men should know how to cook for themselves anyway, because you might not even have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. No one's judging. You might not have a significant other until maybe, who knows? A lot of people are not getting married in their 20s anymore. Even though I found out one of my friends' family member is getting married and she's not even 30 yet. It seems like that's not something you hear about a lot, which is fine. There's so many options and so many things to do. Live your life in your 20s. You can always get married in your 30s or 40s. Not judging. So Cecil's teaching his boys how to cook, and they're missing their little Bluetooth speaker that was like $400. And apparently Cecil and Dr. Simone had taken it as payment until they actually get payment, which they had charged the boys like $400 something to clean the house. And based on someone who's hired a cleaner before, for the deep clean that they gave that place, they actually got a discount. They got a discount. And I hope they do end up paying. But look, I think it was all for a scene, okay? Damon goes furniture shopping with his son and daughter. And his son says something really sweet that really, that touched my heart. I don't know about anyone else, but it touched my heart when his son says he wanted to be just like his dad. And immediately, like, Dr. Damon Daddy loves his kids. He always gets anytime you see him show emotion, it's over his children. Okay? Chi-Town Girl says that was cheap for the cleaning, right? That was like nothing for that deep clean they had to do there. Oh, look at that. Chi-Town Girl says she started cooking at age 6. Good for you. Look, good for you. So you must be a slamming cook. All right. Oh, wow. River says, my daughter just got married at 23. Her husband is 27. Wow. That is very young. But she graduated college, right? Because 23, that's usually like when you've already graduated college. But I don't know about you, because I did watch Married to Medicine last night, and I did see that scene with Dr. Damon, but I was doing other things. But sitting back and watching it again today, I was like, oh, that was really sweet how he got emotional. Because I guess his son has never said that to him before. And I do believe that Dr. Damon Daddy, that is how he is as a doctor. And we already know how he was sort of like a mentor to Dr. Eugene as well. Speaking of Dr. Eugene takes his 2 boys to go make cologne. And they said, what is Dr. Eugene's cologne going to smell like? His son first says fruity. The other one says old, leathery. He was like, really? Really right now? So that's when we find, these boys, we've seen them since they were little boys on this show, are now growing up, going through puberty. And what I love about Toya, and I'm not surprised because this is also a very Aries thing, they're not afraid to raise their children in a way that isn't the norm. They're like the cool parent. Right, Aries? All the Aries women I know, I feel like would be cool parents, not afraid to have like those conversations. And Toya says in the confessional, she's just like, I want our sons to be able to feel comfortable enough to come to us and talk about sex and girlfriends and things like that. But it's no rush for them to have sex. But I want them to feel comfortable enough. And I think that's so important, especially for young men. I think a lot of young women are told are given that conversation, if they even have a conversation. But a lot of the responsibility are put on women. And I think it's great that Toya is going to be that voice for women when it comes to her boys. So they Eugene, though, he's uncomfortable because he probably grew up with parents that did not want to talk about sex. He says in his confessional, my parents still think I'm a virgin. I don't think they realistically think that. Hopefully not. But that's what he says in his confession. It's like, to my parents, I am still a virgin. Toya says she lost her virginity, in the 9th grade, she said? Is that normal? Wow. Well, no, that's young. Because aren't you like 14? In the 9th grade, 13, 14? In the 9th grade? That's quite young. I'm not judging, but I'm judging. We listen and we don't judge. Right? I just thought about that. When she said the 9th grade, I was like, oh. But now I think about it, I was like, aren't you like 13, 14 in the 9th grade? Look, that's quite young. Look, that's quite young, but are we surprised? Chi-Town Girl says, now that's true, Kempire. I have that type of relationship with all 4 of my children. 3 of whom are boys. See? Oh, but you're an Aries, right, Chi-Town Girl? You said you were an Aries. That makes sense. That makes sense. Amit says that's super young. That is kind of young. Come on. We listen and we don't judge. Wow. And Brooklyn Star says in the 9th grade, I think I was 13. I was 13 in the 9th grade. Okay, no one judge River. River says, I lost mine in the 9th grade as well. And she covers her mouth. We listen and we don't judge. See, Nikki says, not judging, but it's young. That is young. That is young. I had to think to myself, I was like, wait a second, 9th grade? I just left 8th grade. I was 12, 13? Yeah. We listen. Say it with me, all. Everyone listen. We listen and we don't judge. Natasha. Okay, all right. Are we going to talk about virginities again today? Oh, God. So, okay, well, now I'm judging y'all. Y'all were judging Dr. Jackie for losing hers at 40, allegedly. Okay. Natasha says, I lost my virginity at 16. How old did you lose your virginity? I'll tell you this. I wasn't as young as some of y'all. Trollops. I'm kidding. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. Sage says, I lost mine at 15 or 16. You don't remember? Look. You don't remember, Sage? I lost mine at 15 or 16 and felt like even that was too young. Okay. All right. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. CM says, I wasn't doing that then because my family too fertile for that and I wasn't getting trapped. Damn. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. Sharonda says, I was 19 when I lost my virginity. Okay. Damn. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. Mama Allie says, I'm the rare duck. I lost mine at 23 once I got married, but I had trauma that caused me to wait. Wow. Okay. Look. Creative Ambition says, I might have been 16. What you mean you might have been? You don't remember? You don't remember? It wasn't memorable? Mocha Rain says, I was 19 and I felt that was too young. I don't know. Look, I don't think that was too young. I don't know. I wish we could do like an average of our community, letting us know, when did you lose your virginity? Oh, here go Natasha. We listen and we don't judge, Natasha. Natasha says, I was in love, Kev. We stayed together through college and are still friends today. Does your husband or boyfriend know that? No, that's sweet. That is sweet. We listen and we don't judge. Heat Roar says, I lost mine at 18 from an older guy. How much older? Now I'm invested. Wow. We listen and we don't judge. Tasman, we listen and we don't. Tasman says, wait, what I missed? On Jackie was a 40-year-old virgin? Based off of what Dr. Jackie said herself, on the show that she lost her virginity when she married her husband, Curtis. She could be lying to us for all we know, okay? But she hasn't been married to Curtis that long. I think she's like 61 years old or something like that. We found that out. She's not the age that they say that she is online. And she said, and her and Curtis got married in like early 2000. So they have been married that long. So we did the math. Shersa says, Kempire, you just know we are silently judging. Okay. Should I do let me do a poll. Look, let me do a poll. Hold on. Let me do the age bracket. Should I do one for the 40-year-olds that lost their virginity in their 40s? Nope, we're not doing it. Because shame on you for losing your... No, I'm playing. Shame on you for losing your virginity in your 40s. I'm playing. Calm down. Hold on. Let me do a little quick poll. As I'm doing the poll, guys, be sure to like the video. Be sure to share the video. Be sure to subscribe to the Kempire podcast. We've had a busy day. We were live with our good friends, Grace Report and Layla Lynn, earlier today for a recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. And then we were live with allegedly Stephanie. But if you are a member of the podcast, you already heard that interview. Subscribe today. And now we're talking about Married to Medicine. Okay. Let me see. How old were you when... I can't believe we're doing a poll. When you lost your virginity. Okay, so we're going to do... Because the youngest that we've seen so far was like 13. I'm going to put 13 to 19. Okay, we're going to do 13 to 19. Is that good? Look, 13 to 19. That makes sense. Like your teenage years, those are your teenage years, okay? Then what are we doing right now? 13 to 19, then we're going to do 20. Yes, we're doing a poll, okay? 20 to 30? Okay, we're going to look 20 to 30. Then we're going to do 30 to 45. If you lost your virginity after 45, we listen and we don't judge. But please understand, I'm kind of judging. Look, we listen and we don't judge. I posted the poll on our YouTube channel. If you're watching us on Twitch, Twitter, or on TikTok, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and then vote in the poll. Okay, we listen and we don't judge. We'll see the majority of our community. I'm going to do a poll on the community tab later today. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Wait. Brooklyn Star says, why can't I get everybody whole facts report? Cuz. Well, Tutu says, what about a never option? For the virgins? Then we don't want to hear from you. No, I'm playing. I'm sorry, okay? Should I tell girls that we should have broke it down this way? 13 to 15, 16 to 19, 20 to 30? Okay. Danny says we should have put a virgin option. None of y'all in here are virgins. And if you are a virgin, show yourself. We listen and we don't judge. Okay? All right. All right. Okay. Guys, if you're having any sort of issue with the audio or video, it might be YouTube. I've heard people say swipe out of the app and then go back into the app. That might fix it. On my end, it seems to be okay. On my end. Okay? All right. All right. Shar, thank you so much for the super chat. Shar says, high five. Wait, hold on. High five no matter what time of the year. Thank you so much, Shar. We appreciate your support as well. Mama Ali, thank you so much for the super chat. Mama Ali says, you don't have to have a dark sense of humor until you tell your child she killed the elf on the shelf, so you don't have to do it. Guilty. What? Look, what in the... Who's it? What's it? Okay. Our house says, hey, Kempire, thank you for the super chat. They both went low, but Contessa talked about Alora first. That's a good point. That's a good point. She also, none of her children love her. She also said that none of her children love her, and she's buying her children. At that point, all bets are off. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I think that's why the group felt like both of them went low. Mocha, thank you so much for the super chat. Mocha says, happy holidays, everyone. Wishing you all the best. Wishing you all the best, too. Mocha, thank you so much for being here. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's easy and it's free. Let me look at this poll and where this poll is going. Let me see. A lot of y'all are trollops. 73% of you lost your virginity between 13 and 19. I might have to do once we get to the winner of this particular poll, I'm going to go lower. Okay, I'm going to go lower and I'm going to break down the age, okay? Not that we're judging. I'm just trying to figure out all of y'all virginity story. You know what? Danielle says, all of my boyfriends think I'm a virgin, even with my daughter. But you've told us your daughter's story. It's almost like the Immaculate Conception. Remember, Danielle's opened up about her pregnancy story. Okay. Moonlight says 18 to 19 is college, Cam. I'm not judging. Okay. Mr. Melon Magic says, I wish I had lost mine in college. When did you lose your? Okay, never mind. Let me not ask all of y'all hotels. Oh. Okay. Pretty and Pig, don't put me with the trollops. Data's coming for you, Danielle. Okay. Sage says trollop gay. Tara Levon says, how low can you go? Can you go down low? Oh, Lord. You guys are a mess. Let me get back to this because there's so much more to talk about in regards to this. So we had that really emotional moment between Damon and his kids. Then we had the scene with Eugene making a cologne with his kids and, Toya and Eugene, Dr. Eugene, talking about his virginity, her virginity, and when she lost her virginity. I can't believe the second week we're talking about people's virginity, but here we are, okay? So the group then watched Miss Chalet perform. Again, I had to go Google, and I implore all of you, go Google Miss Chalet performing live Beyonce, because what they give you in that moment, she looks the part, without a doubt. But we couldn't, they were playing their little copyright-free music. It doesn't go well for Beyonce. But you can see a lot of her performances on YouTube. So you can go see her tear up the floor as Beyonce. She really is really good. I mean, the body's on point, too. The body's like Beyonce, everything. The hair, makeup, everything. But anyways. So, Toya brings up the fact that Heavenly and Sweet Tea continuously are looking the same and dressing the same, okay? Okay, Danielle, you are such an Aries. She says, we need to define virginity. If we need to define virginity, you ain't no virgin. You ain't no virgin. Miss Sharon says, thank you for the super chat. Miss Sharon says, college was fun. Y'all are a mess today, okay? All right. Les Adams on TikTok says, I know she's making her Beyonce coins. And she's good. So I can definitely see that. Moonlight says, child, not define it. If we have to define virginity, you ain't no virgin. Okay? You ain't no virgin. Please. Exactly. Jen says, ask the Mormon. We've discovered that in talking on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Those Mormons want to act holier than thou, but they doing things called soaking, where they're still the in and the out, but they're not moving. Really? You're not a virgin, okay? Oh, Lord. Mr. Melon and Magic says, Kemp, were you 30 when you lost yours? Wow. Wow. No, I was in my 20s. Okay. I was in my 20s. I wasn't 13, 14. Like some of y'all. No, I'm not judging. We listen and we don't judge. Okay? All right. So I didn't really even notice it that Dr. Heavenly and Sweet Tea were matching. They matched during the Beyonce photo shoot, and then at dinner they were very much matching. Although you could tell, as someone that got a cowboy hat when I was in Tennessee, when I went to Nashville, I got a specially made cowboy hat. You could definitely tell the quality and the money between the hats. Dr. Heavenly had a better quality hat. But anyways. So, Quad, Jackie. So Jackie makes a comment. And look, Jackie has made comments in the past that a lot of people have said that were derogatory, fat shaming. So they talk about, Jackie's like, she's looking at Miss Chalet. She's like, I want some of what you got. And Dr. Jackie was like, Miss Chalet, come on, wait. Miss Chalet, that wasn't cornbread that gave you that shape. Okay, come on, Miss Chalet. All right. I'm not going to say any more, but I'm just saying. So Jackie then says, but for some of these folks in this group, the cornbread falls in the wrong places. Look, and I know some of you, because of Jackie's history of fat shaming folks, that's not going to land so well, right? It's not going to land so well for her. And then Quad says that Jackie must be talking about Heavenly. But no, I seen Heavenly recently posted a photo of her of herself. She's at her ideal weight. She looks good. I think they all look good. But damn. Damn, they still coming for you. R. Bless says, not define virginity. That says all that you need to know about that person, right? Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie says, I made a live. Yes. Okay, let me look at the poll. So with 366 votes, almost 1,000 of you do not want to vote. More than 1,000 of you don't want to vote in the live chat poll. You don't want to tell us when you lost your virginity? Okay. So 73% of you said that you lost your virginity between the ages of 13 and 19. I'm going to do another poll. Let's get to 500 votes. And then I will do another poll to break it down. However, there's 5% of you that lost your virginity between the ages of 30 and 45. I think that's interesting. I need to break that down too. All right. But 22% of you, which is not bad, lost your virginity between the ages of 20 and 30. I would have thought that would have been a little bit higher, to be honest with you. But apparently our community are sluts. I'm playing. We listen and we don't judge. I think the more that we say that, we are judging. Okay? Look. Yeah, I'm going to have to break these down a little bit more. So we can really define how slutty our community is. I'm joking. Am I? Wait a minute. Data says my option wasn't there, so I didn't vote. I'm still supple and intact. Really? What's your option, Data? Ocean Dreaming says a lot of us lost our virginity young via the poll. Not really, because if you did it like 18, 19, it's not bad. But when I break this down a little bit more, yes, that's true. Kimberly says, wow, the young age is too wide. College fell within that time frame. I agree. I was just trying to figure out where people were at first, okay? So I could break it down properly. Once we get to 500 votes, I will update the poll. All right. Tika says, I don't kiss and tell. We're not asking for the details unless you want to give it to us. Wait, hold on. Someone said, where did it go? Ooh, Saggy's World said, hold on. Saggy's World said, Dr. Jackie fat shamed me when I was her patient. We're not surprised. Literally, she's done it on the show. And I think Dr. Jackie, I know she's a woman of a particular age, and as someone, I think both in black families, Caribbean families, and when I say black families, I mean like black American families, I feel like our relatives have no problem fat shaming us. Oh, you look a little heavy now. You're getting a little weird. Or, you know what I mean? So I have to kind of put that in my mind that she's of that age too. And, I'm sure people did the same thing to her growing up, but doesn't make it right, especially when you're a doctor here on this public platform. You know what I mean? You know what, Miss Sharon? Miss Sharon says, yes, college was real fun. You know what, Miss Sharon? Telling on herself. Amit, thank you so much for another super chat today. Amit says, I ride for quad, so loved Tiana Paris having her back on Watch What Happens Live and letting Jackie know they did quad horribly in the Napa nonsense. Okay. All right. Because we're going to revisit that briefly during this dinner that they have. So let me get back on track. Yeah, exactly. Nikki says, true Jamaican grannies does not care. Nope. All right. Des says African-American elders definitely don't have an issue telling you you're gaining weight because a lot of our body cause a lot of our body images. Yeah. So part of me not giving her grace because she should have learned from being on the show when people called her out for it before. But I always have to remind myself she is a woman of a particular age. She is from the South. I wouldn't be surprised if that was just commonplace. But yeah. Anyway, so Michelle puts on a performance, and they really loved Michelle's performance. Then they talk about Dr. Jackie and her apology. So you may recall that I said I feel like some of the folks on this cast, including Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly, only apologized because of the backlash that they received on social media. So it looks like Dr. Jackie is caught in a lie because when she was with, what was it, Toya and Quad, she said that she gave Quad, a blank check apology, basically like, anything that I've done to you, I apologize. And then we see the conversation that Dr. Jackie has with Dr. Simone, and she was being shady with that. And she was being shady. And then she tries to spin it when talking in front of Quad and with Toya, trying to gaslight Toya and saying that Toya got it wrong. Oh, y'all better hold Dr. Jackie accountable at the reunion, because y'all didn't do that at this last reunion. Because Dr. Jackie clearly was being, I don't want to think facetious is the right word, but shady in regards to her response. So basically what she was saying to Quad is like, whatever I did to you, girl, here's a blank apology. Let it cover it all. So Quad is like, what? So this is when Quad gets into her dramatics. Quad is just like, the group, y'all left me for dead. All right, y'all tried to bury me. You kept then you invited me to Napa. You invited me up to the room, and then you just kept on jabbing. Okay, and then you said that I bled out on the floor. Come on, she is so dramatic. But I have to say, when I first watched it, I was like, oh my gosh, Quad, really? Come on with the dramatics right now. You're not innocent. And I know that the fans have hyped you up, and I think that's part of the reason why Quad came in this season feeling so empowered, was because everyone on social media had hyped her up about, they did you so wrong. I think two things can be true. The way that the group handled Quad, and allegedly, according to Heavenly, they planned on, gathering together and kicking Quad off the show. That can be wrong, but Quad is not innocent. Sorry, Quad Squad. Quad is not innocent. And I'm not going to sit here shucking and jiving for the Quad Squad. No. All right? We'll leave that up to Heavenly and Dr. Jackie. Quad was just as wrong. And Dr. Simone was like, what I said last season, I meant that. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Dr. Simone, but I appreciate the fact that she's standing on what she said, because we've seen Quad is hypocritical behavior and how she doesn't hang out with this group when there is not filming. So Quad is not innocent. But I appreciated Quad's dramatics. She's like, and y'all invited me to Napa. Like, I wish they would have did like the whole drama, made it black and white. And it just was like, y'all invited me to Napa. And then y'all just kept on jabbing me until I just bled out on the floor. Really? Really? But this is why Quad is great reality television, because she's so damn dramatic. All right? All right. Cameron says that she is innocent. Okay, Quad Squad. Look, okay, Quad Squad. Exactly. Dapper says Quad lives in the comments. And I think this is part of the reason why Simone is having such a hard time with her, because she's like, we made peace at the reunion. Then all of a sudden, all of y'all on social media got into Quad's head, and then Quad all of a sudden now has an issue with Dr. Simone. And it's about Napa. It's not about what was said at the reunion. Look, Quad Squad. But it quickly goes from about Quad to somewhere else. So Quad brings that up. Toya makes fun of it because it was very dramatic. Dr. Simone says she meant what she said. Okay. Sweet Tea, when they are sitting at the table, calls out Quad for mimicking her. And I completely forgot. I just remember Quad was very mean to Sweet Tea. For me, I was like, did Sweet Tea say or do something to you, Quad, for you to start making fun of her in these interviews on social media? She did on Watch What Happens Live. She did on Instagram Live with Dr. Heavenly. So Quad's just like, you know what? I apologize. And so I think Sweet Tea was kind of probably caught off guard, because she's like, I guess I can't argue with that. But Dr. Heavenly's like, oh, but you're going to forgive her? Like, you're going to forgive her? Yeah, because I think she caught, like, what do you do with that? She apologized. Am I going to sit here and be mad at her? She just apologized. Okay. Oh, damn. She really did make fun of Sweet Tea bad. And that's why I was looking at Quad like, Quad, this woman has done nothing to you. Why are you making fun of her? Why are you making fun of her? But she does apologize, and she's like, you know what? She said there are other things going on in this group bigger than that. Okay. So, Heavenly then says that Quad said that Contessa had a fake friendship with Sweet Tea. And Contessa's like, what? Quad said that? And Quad seemed like she was like a deer in headlights because she's like, I didn't say it like that. Do you think that Contessa and Sweet Tea have a fake friendship? I think they have a friendship of a shared hate for Dr. Heavenly. And again, they're filming together. You know what I mean? It would be different if they weren't filming a show. Then I would say it's a fake friendship. But some people might say, no, it is a fake friendship if there isn't anything rooted in this friendship. But they're filming together. So a lot of these folks have, like, quote, fake friendships, meaning like they're just filming together. But it doesn't mean that a real friendship can't be born from it. All right? Chi-Town says, I have a friendship of convenience. Who, Chi-Town? Tell us. Look, we listen and we don't judge. Portia says that friendship is definitely an alliance. But again, we have to remember we're watching a reality show. In real life, if she was just being friends with Sweet Tea for ulterior motives, then I'd be like, yeah, that's a fake friendship. But for reality television where they have to film with each other, a lot of these folks have fake friendships, but they're also coworkers. So although it might not be a friendship, a real friendship, it's also sort of like, I'm not friends with you for nefarious reasons. I'm friends with you because we have to film together. And look, a lot of these folks are filming with each other that aren't necessarily that close. All right. Ivy says Quad has bills and they are all fake anyways. Because some people might say Quad and what Quad has been doing this season, trying to be friendly with everyone, is not 100% real either. But she wants to film. She wants this job. Okay? Okay. Guys, we have over 1,100 of you watching on YouTube, quite a few of you watching on Twitch and Twitter, and quite a few of you watching here behind the scenes on TikTok. We listen and we don't judge. Oh, wait, we listen and we judge in our heads. That's what Nate says on TikTok. Some of us judge out loud. Okay? SW says, who cares? I agree with Kempire. They are co-workers and it's a show. But Heavenly, of course, nothing stays with Heavenly. I would never tell Heavenly anything. I just don't trust her. I feel like she will say whatever you tell her. Okay? But I'm also a strong believer that whatever I've said to you, I'm more than willing to say it to your face. So that way you never have to worry about anyone trying to call you out. Just saying. Or you already know how I feel about you. Just saying. So Contessa's like, Quad, you said that? So this is when things start to get amped up. The food hasn't even come out. Heavenly did I, hold on. Did I bring up let me see if I can find the video. I want to see if that came through because I did see a clip from Heavenly's recap where she basically she fat shamed the security guard. Oh yeah, here it is. Because when they get into that big fight, see, this is where Heavenly lost me in her fight, in any of her fights. She goes way too far. And on her YouTube channel, she basically called out the security. Security
fat ass was about 450 pounds. I ain't even lying. I hope he don't watch my shit. And I hope the security was fat as hell. Bravo know they was wrong. Purveyors of Pop knew they was wrong for their security. When I was looking for security, that brother Tucker was over there eating ice cream. And it wasn't even hot outside. He had that security.
I was like, what is she saying? What is she doing? Poppy says she screamed for security. She did, but then security did show up. That poor man. And if you look at that man do not look fat. He was not 450 pounds. Man, unless you was talking about somebody else, that man did not look fat to me. Okay? Anyways. Y'all don't laugh in the live chat, okay? Replay crew, don't laugh either. But make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you let us know what you thought of the episode. Nicole says, Dr. Hell makes me sick. Okay. So Heavenly brings that up to Contessa. Contessa's like, Quad, did you really say that? And then it goes left very quickly between Heavenly and Contessa, and they're like back and forth, and everyone's trying to hold Contessa back and try to hold Dr. Heavenly back. They're going low. They're saying all kinds of terrible things to each other. Okay. And Heavenly, when Contessa says, "Do you think that my husband's abusive?" Heavenly's like, "Yes." She's like, "Yes, I think that he is." All right. Sweet Tea chimes in and says that she thinks that Heavenly is abusive as well. And then she was like, "Oh, well, the only reason why you and Contessa feel that way is because both of your husbands are a piece of you know what." Okay. So this is when Contessa dropped some bombs that I was not ready for. Dr. Contessa then says that Heavenly only bought, she tries to buy her kids. She only bought her daughter, Alora, the beauty supply store that Alora did not work in. Again, now she's bringing up Alora, okay, on the show, Dr. Heavenly's child. She says her kids don't like her. I don't know if I believe that. I believe that her kids do like her. So she said her kids don't like her, and that Dr. Damon Daddy and Dr. Heavenly sleep in separate beds. Damn. Well, maybe he snores, or maybe she snores. That doesn't mean that they don't love each other, right? Some people snore bad where they can't sleep with their partner. Okay? That's sad. Look, that's sad. So, and then Dr. Contessa drops another bomb. She says, you need to be worried about the mixed. That was very specific, y'all. It wasn't like, oh, it's the other baby. She said, you need to worry about the mixed babies with possible last name Kimes. What? That was very specific. We can't forget that Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly, no matter how Dr. Heavenly wants to downplay their friendship, she said herself during the demise of their friendship that they were really close. Okay? They were really close at one particular point. All right? So I wouldn't be surprised that they know each other's tea. And I have to say, Dr. Contessa could have dropped this tea her last season. And she never did. But now this season, she's dropping all of this. Shauna says, I gasped. Me too. I was like, mixed babies? With the last name Kimes? Right. Beautiful Gem says, that sounded too sure. And then I said to myself, is that what Mariah was talking about? Because then Mariah says that the women that he cheated with don't look like Dr. Heavenly. So she dropped a couple of bombs, which made Heavenly go crazy. All right, and then Heavenly's breast is falling out. But Heavenly, in her confessional, she said, she's like, my breasts are like Toya's houses. They keep moving. I said, come on, come on, y'all know y'all laughed, okay? y'all know y'all laughed, okay? Y'all know y'all laughed. Oh, someone told, okay, oh, we're almost at 600 on the poll. All right, not 600 on the poll. All right, let me do a new poll. All right, so I'll give you the update. That 73% of you lost your virginity between the ages of 13 and 19. 23% of you lost your virginity between 20 and 30. 30 to 45, 4% of you, lost your virginity between 30 and 45, which is not bad. It's not bad. All right, let me do a new poll. Let me break down, let me really get the hotels out here, okay? All right. How old were you when you lost your virginity? Okay, hold on. Now let's do 13. I'm not going to go. Look, should I do less than 13? I'm just going to do less than 13. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. Then we're going to do 13 to 15. Okay. Someone said Lipton's Rise. Oh, wait. Mr. Mellon imagine Lipton's Rise. It's a mess. Esther says, do it. You know what? I'm going to put less than 13. 13 to 15. 13 to 15. 16. Look, 16 to 17. 18? 16 to 18. Okay. I'm not going to do less than 15 because we talked about how Toya possibly lost her virginity at the age of 13 to 14. All right. So we're going to do less than 13. And then we're going to do 13 to 15. Okay. And then we're not over 45. We're going to do the virgins too. We're going to add the virgins in here. So we're going to do 13 to 15. Okay. Poppy says, my God, today. I love our community. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. Hey, Lanta Mommy. All right. Below 12? Well, you know what we'll do? 12 and below. Damn. 12 and below. Damn. All right. So 16 to 18. All right. 19. Do I need to do 19? Should I? Okay. All right. I'm going to do. No, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the virgins. I'm a virgin. Okay. I'm a virgin because they only give you 4 tabs. Okay. I'm a virgin. Okay. Aaliyah says, I was fast. It's all right. Oh, what? Some of y'all are a mess in here. Poppy says, I can't stop giggling. Y'all are a mess. Okay. Let me see. 12 and below, 13 to 15, 16 to 18. Okay? And then I'm a virgin. I'm going to give it, because for the virgins in the group, all right? And don't lie, because we don't listen and we judge. Oh, yeah. I got it right. Look, I got it right. All right, poll is posted, okay? Poll is posted, guys. If you're just joining us, we are recapping the latest episode of Married to Medicine, which sometimes diverts us to talking about other things. Again, we're talking about virginity again this week. Please vote in our poll in the live chat. And if you're part of the replay crew, be sure to let us know, Yo T, how old were you when you lost your virginity? We listen and we don't judge, okay? Okay, Ashley says, I hit the notifications and it didn't notify me at all, but I'm here now. Ashley, follow me on Blue Sky or on Twitter. I always post when we go live there. That way you'll know. But yeah. And if you are on our Discord, I usually post there as well. Let me say thank you before we get into this big brawl between Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly's breasts are going everywhere, and she compared her breasts to Toya's houses. I thought that was hilarious. Doctor. Well, I should call you Dr. Miss Esquire. Miss Esquire, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Esquire says, wisdom is chasing Heavenly, but she is faster. Wisdom is chasing Heavenly, but she is faster. Oh my God, it's funny because it's true. Queen T, thank you so much for the super chat. Queen T, is that your son? You got a little high top. I can't see. Queen T says, I was waiting for the Vaseline and Timberland. Oh, not the Timberlands. Next, Lord, the fight. Oh my goodness, not the Vaseline and the Timberlands. RH, thank you so much for another super chat. RH says, Contessa just throwing anything out there. Her and Heavenly have been beefing, and now she reveals that. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, did she hold on to that information, or is she just throwing anything out there? But that was very specific. Unless she's gotten information since that time. Okay? By the way, Jackie said on Watch What Happens Live that they FaceTime in bed, and Dr. Damon is always next to her in bed. Oh, okay. When he's in DR? Okay. Wait, hold on. Wait, by the way, Jackson's on watching that they FaceTime in bed and Dr. Damon is always next to her in bed, meaning Heavenly. Here's the thing, though, with that. Again, if he snores, or she snores, maybe they do end up in bed, and then when times go fall asleep, one of them goes to the other room. Maybe that's what she's referring to. I don't know. I just don't. I think people want to see something terrible with Dr. Damon Daddy and Dr. Heavenly. I definitely think they love each other. I don't think they're hiding that they hate each other and they're just staying in this marriage. Like, I don't get that vibe from them, but I could be wrong. I mean, I rarely am, but here we are. Nicole, thank you so much for the super chat. Nicole says, why is Kempire doing hoe checks on us? I need to know. Yeah, I was a nasty girl that did nasty things. Okay, Jaguar. I am just asking because it has led us to this conversation. Let me look at the results. Ooh. Okay, no, our group is not that bad. Look, hold on. Let me look what the poll is saying. All right. Okay, keep voting, y'all. Let's get to 600 likes again. 600 votes in our poll. All right, so how old were you when you lost your virginity? 8% of you were virgins. Lies. Lies, data. Lies. The majority of the people in the audience watching right now were between the ages of 16 and 18 with 58% of the vote. Okay. 13 to 15, 27% of you, and 6% of you were 12 and below. That's not bad. So our community are not that bad. Okay. Look, okay. Cole, thank you so much for being a member and for the super chat. Cole says, that's probably why Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly have so much in common. Oh, come on, Cole, come on. Why y'all always coming for Dr. Jackie? Look, me, of all people. All right. So Dr. Contessa points that out. She points out all these things. Heavenly's kids don't like her. She tries to buy her kids. She says that Dr. Damon and Heavenly sleep in separate beds. She also says that Dr. Damon, you should be worried about those mixed babies that possibly have the last name Kimes. Okay? Okay? So that was some tea. All right? Heavenly then says that Contessa and T are friends because both their husbands ain't ish. Okay. Heavenly says that Contessa took her advice to shut the F up about her relationship with Dr. Scott. All right. And they're arguing back and forth. And then I'm guessing Dr. Contessa said that Heavenly was stupid. And Heavenly, as you know, her comeback is your mama. She does it all the time. Says that your mama is stupid. And Dr. Contessa is like, my mama that died in 2010? Eee. And then Heavenly says, yes. Look, yes. Mind you, Heavenly made such a big deal about what Sweet Tea said about her mother that's deceased. So did you guys think, who went too far? Like, who are you team at this particular point? Team myself, right? Team myself. I think they both went way too far. But Heavenly, of all people, literally was so mad at Sweet Tea for talking about her mother that had passed. Now you're going to say it about Contessa. Contessa, when she hears her say that about her mom, that's when Contessa charges for Heavenly. And that's where Heavenly is like, security. But what we didn't realize, I had to replay it back, is that poor Dr. Jackie falls to the floor because of her trying to hold back Contessa. And she falls to the floor, and Sweet Tea's there to pick her up. Sweet Tea says in her confessional that I'm always going to help the elderly. And you know what? I have to say, Watch What Happens Live, Dr. Jackie, wise word. She was just like, she has no problem with the term elderly. She's like, there's a lot of value and I love what she said. I can't remember word for word, but I was like, you know what? I never thought of it that way. If you missed her on Watch What Happens Live and how she answered that question, definitely check it out. I actually respected her response because I was like, you know what? You're right. And look, she bounced back. But, falling at that age, falling at the age of 40 and up is you got to worry. Look, like, am I okay? Just saying. April says you got to help the elderly. You know what? Anyways. Holistic RN Diva says, Dr. Heavenly has gone too far because this is all for the ratings. Now, not how real women, especially professionals, handle conflicts. Heavenly does too much. Yeah. Miss Brooklyn says, may we all make it to elderly. I know quite a few people. My own sister, one of my best friends, both died in their 20s. So if we all make it to see Dr. Jackie's age, we are definitely blessed. All right? Okay. I maybe I should do a poll. Let me just see what this poll looks like so I can see y'all hotels. And then I'm going to do a poll on whether or not if you're team Dr. Heavenly or Dr. Contessa. All right. Before we get into callers, I'm going to drop the call-in link for our members. So let me do that now. And guys, don't forget, you can hear an audio version of our live recaps on the Kempire podcast. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe today and give us a 5-star rating. Christmas is this week. I'm trying to get to 1,000 reviews on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. So if you haven't rated us 5 stars yet, please be sure to rate us. Don't let the haters win in the ratings. You know, some people just go there to hate. Y'all know y'all like the podcast. All right. Let me drop this on our community tab. Please hold. Okay, please hold. And when are we going to see Dr. Mimi? I see it on YouTube. Bravo has posted Dr. Mimi's home tour. Dr. Mimi is supposed to be like a friend of this season. And I saw that Dr. Heavenly says that she doesn't know why Dr. Mimi hasn't been featured on the show just yet because she filmed a lot. So she's not sure why. Well, she wasn't a part of this group trip, so that makes sense why they didn't introduce her yet. All right. If you're a member of the channel, we're dropping the call-in link on the community tab. It's not part of one of the many perks that you get for being a member, but it's a fun perk. All right. So become a member today at TheKempire.com/join. All right. Guys, I know it's Christmas Eve tomorrow and a lot of you are busy, but I think I might do a Hot Topics live. I was going to do one tonight, but I'm like, no. I'm too busy. I've been live all day. So tomorrow I want to do like a Hot Topics live. I know it's Christmas Eve, but if you need a break from your family, that will be your opportunity to be a part. We'll probably go live. I'm not sure what time we're going to do it, but stay tuned. I definitely want to give you an update on Luigi Maggioni. I want to talk about Wendy Williams and the crusade by her family right now to free Wendy Williams. I want to talk about that. There are a few stories that I want to talk about. Blake Lively and that lawsuit. I want to kind of go through the lawsuit. So tomorrow, that is my goal. Okay. All right. All right. Live chat. Once we get to 500 likes, I'll drop the call link for you guys as well. This is our weekly recap of Married to Medicine. If you guys had to rate this week's episode from 1 to 10, how would you rate it? I actually thought this was good. And I didn't think that it was good just because there was fighting like this. It just was a better episode than last week's. I think last week's felt very much like a filler. This week, we actually got to some stuff that they needed to talk about. But we shall see. Guys, don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience is returning to Washington, D.C. on Friday, January 24th. And then we're back in New York City on Friday, February 21st. And there is a New York City live stream option. That's a separate link. All that information will be available in the description. Okay? All right. Let me say thank you. We had a couple of super chats. Scherster, thank you so much for the super chat. Scherster says, I know people who sleep in separate rooms because of snoring, more than one couple, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything. See? I remember growing up, one of my friend's parents did the same thing, but they still married to this day. And they've been married probably like 50 plus years and probably still sleeping separately. I personally wouldn't like that. Personally, but I get it. If someone's snoring and you can't sleep at night, yeah, go in the other room. Candace, thank you so much for the super chat. Candace says, I would have to pop Heavenly for that yo mama-ish. It's below the belt. Damn, Candace. Not messing with Candace when I see Candace in D.C. Not messing with Candace. All right. Let me scroll back down to the comments. All right. Oh, wait. Let me look at the poll. Let me look at the poll and see what you guys are saying in regards to when you lost your virginity. Please hold. Amit says the live stream option is not working in Canada. Really? Why not? It should. It worked for Foxy, and Foxy's not in the States, right, Foxy? Double check that. It should work. Of all places it should work, it should be working for the Canada. What is it saying, Amit? Let us know. And actually, yeah, do me a favor, Amit. Email me, and that way I can forward it to the venue, and hopefully they'll be able to get us an answer. All right, let me see what the poll is saying. So the poll is almost at 400 votes. Some of y'all didn't want to continue voting, or maybe your option isn't up here. It's fine. So 5% of you lost your virginity between 12 and below. 27% of you lost your virginity between the ages of 13 and 15. 58% of you lost your virginity between the ages of 16 to 18. 10%, that number has increased, of you have said that you're virgins. Okay. All right. Now, we listen and we don't judge. All right. It's still going strong. I'm going to end the poll here because I want to see if you guys are team Dr. Contessa or team Dr. Heavenly. So let me do that now. All right. Let's see. Which team are you on? Okay. Team Dr. Contessa or team Dr. Heavenly. Okay. Should I give you the option of neither? Okay. I'm going to give you the option of neither. All right. And if you're watching the replay of this, be sure to let us know which team that you're on as well in regards to this fight between Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa. How are you guys feeling about Dr. Contessa being back? I mean, look, apparently there still is some deep issues between Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly. I mean, they both went way below the belt. There's just a lot of stuff. Can you see these two ever really being friends again? How do you go from being good friends, like real friends, not just friends on the show, to this? Ugh. I'll say Missy says 24 and saving myself, not judging anyone. I am just Pakistani, and it's also a personal choice. I hear that, Missy. I hear that. Ariana, thank you so much for the super chat. Ariana says, if someone talks about my mama, they going in a grave. If I had kids, I'd feel that way about them too. So they both wrong. Oh, see? Yeah, they both went to the pits of hell. But some people might say, wait, who went there first? Who went there first? Guys, once we get to 500 likes, I will drop the call-in link for the general audience. But we have quite a few members backstage. And shout out to those of you that gifted memberships. We appreciate your support as well. And happy holidays. All right. Let me see my backstage. Oh, well, my backstage is full with members. Hey, members. All right. Again, let me put up my disclaimer. The thoughts and opinions of the callers do not represent the thoughts and opinions of myself, the Kempire LLC, or our sponsors, okay? And they will respect the timer. They will not use profanity. They're calling in of their own free will, okay? Okay. Sidebar, you guys also let me know. I've been including recently in the podcast the callers. Let me know if you want that or if you don't want that. Okay. All right. Let's get to these callers. That way I can rest my throat. That's what he said. All right. Nicole is backstage. We're going to bring Nicole up first. Nicole, what did you want to share in regards to Married to Medicine?
Hey, Kempire. Happy holidays.
You too.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah, I see you're taking the poll on us. And I was in that 20 range.
Oh, okay. You wanted to clarify?
Yeah. You know what? I wanted to wait until I got married, But then, honestly, I grew up in a single-parent home. And I was actually a birth control pill baby. My mom didn't find out she was pregnant with me. She was in the Peace Corps in West Africa. She didn't find out she was pregnant with me until her 7th month. She was still taking birth control pills. I'm a birth control pill baby.
Wow. Okay.
And she only had like a month to decide. So that made a lot of the decision of why I just my mom always kept it open in the house about sex, and so it was my choice. It wasn't something. I feel like when parents are honest about it, it doesn't rush the children out there to do anything because they're actually, comfortable talking about it and not listening to their friends if they're getting the most, educated responses from their parents. That's all I want to say that
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
Okay. But okay, other than that, I think that I don't understand why Jackie just can't keep uh, Dr. Hill, like Dr. Heavenly, accountable for her stuff. Because, like, prime example, at the end, when they were in the golf cart, and you remember Jackie was breaking down, I think Jackie, it finally dawned on her that she was not excusing this lady of all her crap all these years. And I know Dr. Jackie is not perfect, but that was her time to, like, put it in her face and say, girl, that wasn't right. That's just below low. So I don't understand why they just can't. If you're real friends, you make each other accountable.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be afraid to talk it out. That's all. People use the friend term too loosely nowadays. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. And you have a happy new year too,
you too,
sweetheart.
Nicole. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
Bye. I mean, one of the things I forgot to mention, and I mentioned this last week, and I mentioned this in regards to Dr. Simone. I feel like this group, and Contessa was really upset with the group as well. She's like, why don't you guys call Heavenly out? Why do you guys, always make excuses for her? And we literally see people making excuses for her. Did you guys notice that? Even Dr. Simone, last week and this week, I feel like everyone is making excuses for Heavenly. And I'm like, why are we making excuses for her behavior? You guys should be holding her accountable. Next week, or I think after January, the first week of January, the new episode. So there won't be a new episode this week. I feel as if them asking Dr. Jackie to hold Heavenly accountable. She's not the only one. You guys as a group don't hold her accountable. And at the end of the day, Heavenly is a grown woman with children. Why do we as adults have to hold her accountable? She needs to hold herself accountable. She's grown. Grown. All right. Wendy's backstage. We're going to bring Wendy up next. But first, I'm going to drop the call link for the general audience, as I promised. Guys, don't forget to keep liking the video. Okay. All right. Wendy, hold on 1 second as I get my mouse together. Wendy, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire. Hey. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. Go Missy. I'm not judging, but go Missy. Okay. Sweet Tea Cowboy Carter picture outfit was a hot dang mess, number one. Quad is over dramatic with the I bled out. Okay. She's just bringing Memphis out. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I am listening and I'm judging the girls on Married to Medicine. Okay. Both Contessa and Heavenly Hell were both wrong. Okay. Heavenly Hell is so quick to talk about people, but then quicker to call security because she knows she's about to get her butt kicked. Contessa, I want to say this, Contessa. When somebody talk about your mama and your mama's dead, especially Heavenly, you need to go back to Heavenly saying, well, your dead mama don't like you. I would have clapped back with your dead mama don't like you, didn't love you. And now what? Okay. Question, where was Phaedra in all of this? I didn't recall seeing Phaedra. Okay. And the last thing, I don't put anything past a man. Dr. Damon may appear nice and sweet, but you gotta watch out for them. And then you just made a statement. The reason why they're making excuses for Heavenly is because they know that with Heavenly having these rants, it brings the ratings, and so they're not going to do anything. And that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Wendy.
All right.
Bye. All right. Speaking of Phaedra did have one funny moment when Heavenly talked about Dr. Contessa's mother. She's like, "That's one thing you don't do in the black community." I can't remember what she said, but she said something funny. She was like, basically, beat her up. I was like, that's funny to me. See, this is why I tell you guys, like, we're not team anyone over here. I don't love Phaedra on Married to Medicine, but I can point out when she had a funny moment. I thought that was pretty funny. Even when I watched it again, I was like, that was funny. All right, Tyler's backstage. We're going to bring Tyler up next. Tyler, what did you want to share? Speaking of Memphis.
Right. Memphis back to back. OMG. Let me say this. First of all, Contessa read the mess out of Heavenly. Heavenly hasn't been read like this since Mariah had her nervous about those receipts. But I will say this: both of them went entirely too low, and Heavenly took it down to the dirt. But when you don't, Heavenly may be smart, but she doesn't have an enhanced vocabulary, so she doesn't know how to read from a certain place. Do you get you get what I mean though? Like it's very like she either gonna go low or she doesn't do anything at all. So I will say this, and if I were Quad, you need to be beefing with Heavenly because this is not the first time Heavenly has done this to you, Quad. It's given like she secretly doesn't like you, but she needs to film with. I don't know what's going on because she has thrown you under the bus so many times about things that I mean, and I believe quite a little bit. Like I said that, but you know that it wasn't like that. So, but you're just gonna throw that out there to try to get the fire off you. It made me look at Heavenly differently. I've always liked her, but I really don't like her after this episode.
Ooh.
That's really about it. Like, but one last thing. This cast don't tamper with it. This is real conflict, real friends. Please don't. I hope people don't get the Bravo. Fire this one. Fire this one. No,
Even
leave this
Phaedra?
cast alone. Well, we don't care about her. We're talking about the core people.
Oh,
not
the
Phaedra.
originals. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all.
Thanks, Tyler. Take care. Happy holidays. All right. Thank you so much, Sevi, for reminding me what Phaedra said after Heavenly brought up Dr. Contessa's mother. She said, Phaedra said, just beat her up in her confessional. I said, that is so funny. But this is what I can appreciate from Phaedra, but other than that, no. Deborah, thank you so much for the super chat. Deborah says, some of us under 12 was not our choice. Have grace. Oh, well, I didn't. Damn. Well, you want to bring it there, Deborah? But okay, look. Okay, let me get to the rest of the callers. Very good point, though, Deborah. Lord. Okay, let me go. Oh, well, we have a packed backstage. All right, Demi in the city, we're going to bring up next. Demi, what did you want to share?
Hello.
Hey.
So happy. I've watched you all day.
Oh.
All day. I've been on channel Kempire.
Thank you.
3 things I want to hit really quickly. Mm-hmm. I'm dying to meet not meet, but on the TV show, meet Dr. Eugene's mom because she seems to really have him really under her thumb to this very day in his 40s. And, you know, I kind of want to see that personality on TV to see what that was like. I didn't realize how old Jackie was. I didn't really understand that this lady is really in her 60s. I thought that was really interesting to learn that she lost her virginity to Curtis because that would have been, she said, her husband. I'm assuming she lost it when they got married if she waited that long. So I'm assuming that was her wedding night. And before I say this, I'm well aware that there are male GYNs and there are lesbian GYNs that don't interact with. I understand that. But, you know, when you go to a GYN as a young girl, you have questions, and you kind of want that GYN to be able to answer those questions. And for her to have been a GYN since 96 and did not lose it until 2002, I don't really know.
Oh, I never thought about that. I never thought about that.
I guess I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Timmy, for giving us something
all right, then.
chew on. Thank you.
No problem.
Take care. Bye. Wow. Well, Dr. Payne is backstage, so let's ask Dr. Payne. Dr. Payne.
Hi, Kempire. Hi, everyone.
Long time no speak.
Can you? I know I've worked so much, but I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. I can't wait to update us on your travels, and I can't wait to watch the live stream. I love Married to Medicine. I still love Dr. Heavenly, you guys.
Okay.
I think Heavenly is purposely prickly in order to defend. Like, I think she has such high defensive mechanisms. She didn't have a lot of women friends growing up, I believe. And I believe she has her defenses up and anybody can get some at any time.
No.
And I think that's just because she grew up in New Orleans. And, you know, I work in Miami. I know where she's from. And it's either fight or be fought. You know what I mean? And not that it's a gorgeous, it's a wonderful area, it's a working class area, but still people are tough, right? And I think it's not even the region. I think it's with her own mother. Like, she can say your mama means nothing to her, but for people it does. Like, it wouldn't bother me, Kempire, because I know these people don't know my mother. So you can say your mama this and mother, I don't care. Like, but Heavenly is so needed. If it wasn't for her, you guys will fall asleep. I feel sorry for Jackie. Curtis don't look like he can bring it. I'm sad for her. I'm sad for the whole process. But I think Jackie's type A, and she wanted everything to be just right, and he's going to be the guy, and we're going to be married, and blah, blah, blah. I feel bad for the girl. Oh, she needs more experience, Kempire.
Can I ask
but
you?
It's okay.
Demi brought up a valid point, and I don't. I'm not sure, I don't recall what type of doctor you are, but I know you're a medical doctor, correct?
No, I'm a chiropractor. I do physical medicine.
Oh, but can I still?
And I do integrative, and I also am a medical examiner. But go ahead.
It's just speaking from the medical sense of things. Like Demi said, do you think that a OBGYN should have had sex in order to inform, other people of sex?
I mean, no, not necessarily,
Okay.
but I bet she was a little bit better afterwards.
Oh.
I don't think you have to have walked in those steps to understand it. Clinically, the process is going to be what you believe is going to be. She
Yeah.
would have been a better doctor, right? But you don't have to have had cancer in order to treat cancer,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
So I think she was a better doctor having that perspective. But of course, connecting with people, being able to see what they're not saying and being able to tell when they're holding back makes the best practitioner whatsoever. It's the unspoken languages.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling.
Anyway,
in.
love you guys. Love your mods too.
Yes. Happy holidays, Dr. Payne.
You
Thank you for
too.
calling in. Take care. All right. We have Dewan backstage. We're going to bring Dewan up next. Dewan, what did you want to share in regards to Married to Medicine?
Hey, what's up, Kempire? How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Very, very merry and happy Christmas.
Too.
Excited for the holidays. Where is Toya this season? Outside of this photo shoot, it's been mom from her and Eugene. So I'm just really interested to see what's going on. I know as the season progresses, we may pick up on that. On the Cold Contessa versus Heavenly thing, I'm Dr. Heavenly. I'm sorry. It's like, Contessa, we watched you, go through the worst of worst with Scott and him DMing, booty models on IG and, Quad having to speak up for you at the reunion and stuff. So yes, he was maybe not physically abusing you, and I'm no doctor, but that seems like some sort of mental abuse and verbal abuse. I mean, he gaslights you. And so I think until she confronts that, and maybe if the group checks are on it, if Andy asks the question, they'll never have any resolution. And Heavenly should, at some point, dial it back a tiny bit. But I'm sticking with her.
Okay.
And I also, in reference to the whole thing with, Damon's mixed baby, I think is with Carrie Wells.
Goodbye, Dewan.
Have a happy holiday.
You too. Because Carrie liked to go. That's where we get the Dr. Damon daddy from. Okay. All right. Ms. Brooklyn's backstage. Ms. Brooklyn, thank you so much again for the gifting of memberships. We appreciate your support. What did you think about this episode?
I thought the episode was very interesting. It had a lot more life to it. As to being on anybody's side, it's hard to be on anyone's side, but Heavenly has been going low, and everybody knows I'm not a Heavenly fan, but Heavenly has been going low on people for years. So I don't fault Contessa going down that path before Heavenly could, because that's where she's going to go. So I think she met Heavenly or treated Heavenly the way Heavenly treats everybody else. I think the reason nobody checks her is because Heavenly's never going to change. Heavenly's Heavenly. That's who she's going to be. That's what she's going to do. You can only bang your head up against a brick wall before people think you crazy. As for the things that she said, I'm in a mixed mind about it. I don't really know. I could see Damon having an emotional or intellectual relationship outside of Heavenly, because you ain't going to get it with her. But I also know that when you are in an anger, the way Contessa was in an anger, you speak things. You don't, like people say I'm sorry for going over, like a lot of things come out in jokes. A lot of things come out in anger too. Especially having been in therapy recently, you speak things in anger that you have been holding in and not saying. I think Contessa has been a friend to Heavenly, and I think her anger comes from, and again, I apologize people from going long, is that Contessa thought Heavenly was a real friend And we all, I had said it before, we all have that friend or have been that friend where you moan and groan and complain about your mate, but you're really not going anywhere. You just want to get those emotions or say those things out.
Yeah.
And then Heavenly took it and weaponized it and monetized it. Ooh. And I think that's the problem that Contessa has. It's like, you took things that I said to you, and even though some things might have been shown on television, we only see a part of it. I'm not going to get into that. But you took the things that I said to you, the things that I bared my soul with you on, and you made money off of it. And I think that's Contessa's problem.
And not just on YouTube, but on the show. You did the producer's dirty work.
That's how I feel. Happy holidays, everybody.
You too. Thanks for calling.
And if I make another show before Christmas, I will gift another 10.
Thank you. You don't have
10 things. But have a good one, everyone.
Thank you. Take care. All right, let's get to the rest of the callers. We have Miss Sharon backstage next. We're going to bring her up. Miss Sharon, what did you want to share in regards to Married to Medicine?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
Oh, well, how are you? College was great.
It was, Kempire. Hey, you forget I went to an HBCU.
Oh, okay. What did you want to say about this episode?
Yeah. You know what? One thing I know, what you don't do, and you don't mess with a girl from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm telling you, gonna come up missing.
Oh,
when she told her to square up, I was like, oh, I'm so done. Mm-hmm. One thing you don't do is mess with a chick from Kansas City, one from St. Louis, and one from East St. Louis. Don't mess with them girls. Make them your best friend.
Oh, note to self.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. But I really enjoyed the show last night, and I really don't usually watch it. And I'm glad that Contessa is back. I wouldn't change any of the cast like someone else said, because it was just really entertaining to me last night. It wasn't like Potomac and the rest of the shows where everybody's so proper with their little digs or whatever.
Yeah.
These girls were trying to go blow for blow, and they're professionals. But once you take that girl off in Kansas City, that's all she wrote. Heavenly, if you're listening, girl, don't ever mess with a girl from Kansas City. Ooh. That's all I got.
Well, I will say this. Don't ever mess with a Floridian either, especially one from Miami, because they may not be able to fight. They can definitely read you down. Just saying. Yeah.
But I never went to school with a girl from Florida.
Okay.
I just know those ones, that are from Kansas City, St. Louis, and East St. Louis.
Okay.
Well, that's another story for another day, Kempire. I'm not going to tell you all my secrets.
Oh. Slowly but surely. Thank you so much, Ms. Sharon, for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Malaysia's backstage. We're going to bring Malaysia up next. Malaysia, what did you want to share in regards to Married to Medicine?
Hi, Kempire.
Hey.
So, I just wanted to say a few things. So, I really like Sweet Tea. I know some people feel a little indifferent, but I liked her a lot last season. She seemed more natural and like herself, whereas this season, I think she's more so performative. So, I would like to see her be herself. And I would like to see the show introduce younger ladies. I think we need people that will probably and hopefully hold Jackie and Heavenly accountable. I'm sorry. So that's all I had to say. But
right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Malaysia, for calling in.
All righty.
Take care.
You too.
Bye. All right. We have Elijah backstage that wants to weigh in. Hold on a second. Elijah, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, and you? Happy holidays, by the way.
You too.
I just wanted to say for me personally, I enjoyed the episode. I think it ate down. It was better than last episode.
Yeah.
Toya, honestly, the photography thing, I'm like, girl, stick to tennis. But because it's like I feel like she was trying to like, in Spanish we'll say like mandad things, like she's trying to be the boss, and I'm like, okay, calm down. Also between Heavenly and Contessa, I'm on team Heavenly because my thing with Contessa is she's always yelling at somebody. She did it to Buffy. I remember in that scene in that room, she's always raising her voice. And like the minute for me, why Dr. Heavenly went low like that was because she started raising her voice, talking about why you so, and I'm like, calm down. And I feel like that's why she went low. And the other thing is, to me, she started talking about the kids first. So when she said "yo mama," I wasn't surprised. I feel like you talk about her kids. I feel like in any situation, Dr. Heavy's gonna "yo mama" something. And then with Jackie, I felt so bad that she fell. And then with Sweet Tea, I'm like, why are you getting involved? When she was like, I forgot what she said to her, but I'm like, why are you getting involved and you're escalating it? So this season, Sweet Tea is not giving, I feel like, as much. But yeah, so Dr. Heavenly, Team Dr. Heavenly. Happy holidays.
All right, thanks you too, Elijah. Yeah, that was the other funny thing that Phaedra said, and if you weren't paying attention or if you didn't replay it, Phaedra, when talking about Toya doing all what she was doing for the photo shoot, she was like, stick to tennis. Oh, I forgot about that part. Okay, Kari's backstage. We're going to bring Kari up next. Hold on one second, Kari. Kari, what's going on?
Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas.
You too.
I want to start off by saying, me saying that your kids don't like you and you're paying for their affection is not the same as you saying F my dead mother. Those just really aren't comparable. I'm really talking about you and your lack of parenting and how your kids really don't mess with you because you're a hot mess. Like, you may not stick them in a room, but they kind of want to hide in a room based on your behavior and your actions. You're extremely embarrassing. And I don't think Contessa went low enough. I'm going to be honest with you. And I don't think Contessa and her shoulders really wanted to fight because wasn't nobody really holding her back. She just stopped herself. She kind of just stopped herself and was like, run up. You know that girl is not about to run up. She's about to run away. Like, stop playing with you. Like, I would run away from you, Contessa. I'm going to be honest with you. Military pressing. Like, no, leave me alone, girl. I think Heavenly and Damon, I think in order for someone to be married to a Heavenly, you have to have something on the side. So I think that that's why Damon is so content. And I also think that's why he's so quiet on the show. Y'all think he's quiet just because he's just a like calm fellow. Like, no, baby, I think he doesn't want his tea to come out. And he's like, I'm just going to slide to the back and hide in the DR with Curtis. Okay, bye, y'all.
Bye. OMG. Y'all ain't gonna talk about my Dr. Damon daddy. All right, let me move on. Peyton Mercer is backstage. Or Mercier is backstage. Peyton, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. I just want to say I love the episode, number one, and I'm sorry, I'm Team Heavenly.
Okay, don't be sorry.
I feel like, you know what it is? I think that me and probably a lot of other people can attest to this. We have a particular bias towards Heavenly because we just think she's really funny. And I think that with her comments, of course, they're, low. But to me, my personal opinion, I still don't think that she is mean, malicious to her core, like a dark person, And yeah, I just want to say to Contessa's comment about, her kids not liking her, I think that was a little weird because, I mean, kind of how your comments about Toya and, she lets her kids, express herself and, stuff like that. I feel like Dr. Heavenly is like that specifically with Allura. Like, she is so open and like says the stuff she says on YouTube. She did a live one time and I didn't even realize Allura was in the background because she was, you know how she goes off on her lives and just, I didn't even realize she was in the background until the lawyer said something. And she was like, don't say that. And I was just like laughing. And I just feel like she, her daughter and her all her kids know who she is. And I'm sure they love her for who she is, just like, daddy. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thanks, Peyton. Take care. Happy holidays.
Problem. Bye.
Bye. All right. Danielle's backstage. I didn't even notice Danielle backstage. Oh, maybe because you changed your photo, Danielle? What's going on, Danielle? What did you want to share?
So first I was calling to say, let's not forget that Curtis used to be in the NBA. So I don't see Curtis waiting to marry anyone before he gets the cookies. But Let's also pay attention to the words. Jackie said her first was her husband. Curtis might not have been her first husband.
We haven't figured that out.
Yeah, so it might not have been 40 years old because, again, I don't see Curtis at that age coming from the NBA waiting. I don't see any man waiting for marriage at that age. Like, for what? And I forgot my other point, so bye.
Oh, damn. Well, in all fairness, we don't believe that Curtis was a virgin. But anyways, I'm not going to delve into this anymore. Leave Dr. Jackie and her virginity story alone. Oh, wait. Dr. Jackie brought it up on the show, not us. All right. Asha's backstage. We'll bring Asha up next. Asha, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire. Happy holidays.
You too.
Okay, first and foremost, I'm Team Quad, okay? She got it. She got it. As far, I just love her. That's also my source, so I'm biased.
Okay.
What I will say about the whole Contessa, I'm glad we have some Team Heavenly calling in because, and maybe, what is Heavenly sign? Do you know?
Scorpio.
And there it is. That's my sign.
Oh.
And so this is why. I feel like the things Contessa said about the kids, regardless of if you think that was worse, that was like a pointed statement. Like you were trying to hurt me at this specific point. Same thing with the detail of the mixed kids. Like that just makes it seem like it's true because you're adding that characteristic to it. And so I feel like you don't get to dictate, oh, I just went this low. You can't go lower than me. I also feel like your mama is not that big of a deal. Where I come from, it's not really a pointed thing. Yeah. I'm not really even thinking about your mom, if I say that. I just don't have anything else to say right now. Yeah. And so I'm just throwing that out there. And so I just feel like it's not that big of a deal. Also, Arnold Palmer, she got to go. She got to go, okay? And so does her counterpart next week. Happy holidays, everybody.
Not happy holidays, Asha. You too. I love how y'all read people down and then happy holidays. Oh, okay. All right, we're going to take these last couple of callers, guys, and then we're going to wrap up today's recap of Married to Medicine. Again, shout out to, I know a lot of you are probably traveling, or some of you are with your family and your friends, or you're preparing for the holiday. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I am probably going to do, because I don't have any plans tomorrow. No, I do. I have some errands to run. But I am planning to do sort of a pop culture live to cover some of the stories that we haven't been able to cover today. I know we've covered a lot today, including my recap with allegedly Stephanie. If you want a lawyer's perspective on the TikTok ban, on Wendy Williams, on Jay-Z versus Tony Busby. We also talked about Karen Yeager's DUI. I love talking to intelligent people. Speaking of intelligent people, we had our friends Grace Report and Layla Lynn here earlier today for our Real Housewives Potomac recap. So that was a lot of fun. So if you missed that, be sure to check that out. Okay. All right. Let's bring up Miss Esquire. Miss Esquire, I'm sure, has a lot to say. Miss Esquire.
Hi.
Hey.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I'm not going to be shady today. First of all, I have been on all the lives you've had today, honey. It has been all the way live. I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I just want to acknowledge that everybody is telling you things that I would lie to Jesus about, and I applaud them for their bravery because very much Aretha Franklin. Ain't no way I'm letting y'all know. The thing with Contessa and Heavenly is this. I think sometimes when you go low, people go to hell, and you need to be prepared for that. And so when you put things out there, you just don't know what somebody's low is. And I get what everyone's saying, like these are apples and oranges or oranges and elevators. But honestly, if you open the floodgates where we going low, I am going to the earth's core with you. And I'm going to the thing that hurts you the most. I'm a Virgo. So, Scorpios can always see it from me. But also the thing I'll say is that, fake friends are worse than real enemies. And I think that's the problem with Contessa and Heavenly. I don't think Heavenly has a real friend, honestly, on this show. I'm happy with her staying on the show. She's great entertainment. I don't think she knows how to be a friend. I don't think she knows how to invest in friendships. I don't think she knows where the line is of what she should keep really, really, close to the heart and what is okay to share out in open forums of any kind. And so I think unbeknownst to her, she's a fake friend. So she is worse than a real enemy. And I think anybody in her orbit needs to proceed with caution, honestly.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Esquire, for calling in, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye.
Take care. All right. We've got Lauren backstage. We're going to bring Lauren up next. Hold on a second, Lauren. Lauren, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire. First of all, I got dropped out of this doggone live so many doggone times in the backstage, so I'm just glad I made it through.
Sorry.
I agree with everything Miss Esquire says. Heavenly, in my Nene League's voice, is declassing the show. In my opinion, I don't care. Like, my biggest thing is, at this point in your life, you have to choose whether you want to do better or not. Heavenly continues to not do better. And my biggest thing is, I hate when people throw out different things, but you cannot control how somebody is going to react. So while you're throwing out these different things as far as being verbally abusive, which she is with everybody on this cast, you can see how everybody cowers around her because they're scared of the bigger impact of what it can be. Simone kind of hinted to that throughout this, throughout the episode as well. And so my biggest thing is, granted, y'all already know how I feel about Contessa. However, I'm not mad at her for going there. And I'm not a person that advocates violence. You talk about my mama, it's a problem. And this is coming from a south side of Chicago.
Uh-oh. It froze on me. Uh-oh.
Put in her place by Bravo, because she's going to get worse. And she's going to be a liability to this show. Like, all the other stuff is good and dandy, but from the stuff that she did to Dr. Greg, to the other things, she's going to become a liability, and she's going to cost this show to possibly be gone. Because I understand it's for the ratings and things, but there needs to be a clear line there. So that's just my 2 cents.
All right, Lauren. Thank you so much for calling in.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Take care. Whew, Lord, you guys had lots to say, guys. We're almost at 600 likes, but we have what? How many of you watching? Hold on, let me check. We've got 1,400 of you on YouTube watching. And we've got, let me see, almost 200 of you watching on Twitch and Twitter. We've got almost 100 of you watching on TikTok. We appreciate you guys being here. Amit, thank you so much for another super chat. Amit says, all this compassion for Shannon when Jesus Jug showed up, yet where was the sentiment for Quad dealing with an abusive ex and T on the show? Oh, that is a good point. Let me think. That's a good analogy there, though. That's really true. Is it because we're dealing with 2 different types of personalities? Maybe. And that might be part of the reason why people don't feel bad for certain people. Maybe. But is one more hellish behind the scenes than others? Maybe. Okay. V, thank you so much for the super chat. V says, hey, happy holidays. I pray you have an amazing Christmas. Sending lots of love and blessings your way. Thank you, V. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate your support. Always. Happy holidays to you and yours as well. Shout out to everyone watching from around the country, around the world. And those of you watching the replay of this, be sure to let us know your thoughts on the latest episode of Married to Medicine and how you would rate it from 1 to 10. Let me see what this, let me see the rate. Oh, damn, this is close. So I said, which team are you on? Team Dr. Contessa or Team Heavenly? Or neither? 38% of you say neither. Okay? 37% of you say that you're on Dr. Contessa's side, and 25% of you are on Dr. Heavenly's side. So this is quite telling. I know the callers make it seem as if they were Team Dr. Heavenly, but based off everyone that's watching and voted, almost 700 of you that voted, it looks like you guys are more Dr. Contessa or neither one. But if it was just between Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly, you're more Team Dr. Contessa. Really? Interesting. Very interesting. Well, all right. Guys, don't forget you can hear an audio version of our live recaps and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. And as a Christmas present to me, I wish all of you that are here, 1,200 of you on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and Twitter, will give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And as always, don't forget to check out our sponsor for today's live recap, Factor Meals, for your discount code. All that information is available in the description. All right. All right, y'all. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas if you celebrate, a fantastic Eid, a fantastic Hanukkah, a fantastic New Year. If you are healthy and you are with your loved ones, or if you're just healthy and happy and with yourself, I I think you should take time today, tomorrow, this week to really reflect and be grateful for that. I'm so grateful that we were able to spend another Christmas together. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Podcast. As always, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for everything Kempire Radio, head on over to KempireRadio.com.